as I said, we some camps anyway, and their stories were not so encouraging. And we believe we're on the right track with you, to hear from you the reason why they are being denied of their permit of stay. And some were given 6 months, and they can't really do nothing with that. So we'd love to hear from you where they are missing it.
Okay. When refugees arrive in Italy, the first thing that it happens is that they are set in a camp in the whole state. When they arrive, the first document that it is done is called C3 modulo. Okay.
Modulo, yeah.
It's a document that we have to fill in with the first information that the person is giving us. So name, surname, place of birth, the countries that he traveled
from.
Yes, before arriving to Italy. A few details about his traveling.
Yeah.
Another important question in this document is what is your story? Why did you left your country? Most of the camps started to fill in this question by saying, I will say my story in commission, because after 10 days you just got in Europe, it's impossible that you can remember very good your story, because all the suffering that
the
people
trauma they went through.
Yes, so it's impossible to say a clear story in 10 days.
So they give them time. Yes,
we just write this. Operators that work with refugees, with asylum seekers, we just write this phrase. So this is the first document. The system in Italy is very slow. After these persons arrive in Italy, it takes at least 1 year to have the first commission.
1 year?
Yes, which is a lot.
A lot.
So when they arrive, they have this C3 modulo, and after a month and a half, they go in questura and they have their first permit of stay for everybody. And it's usually 6 months. Because they think that in this 6 months you will do your commission.
Of course.
But it never happens like this, because they are slow with all with questura, prefectura.
The process of document.
Yes, everything is slow. So in these 6 months, actually nobody does the commission. So they can renew it for other maybe 3 months or 6 months.
But this you just said that in that 6 months they can't. But is it a law?
No.
It's not a law.
No.
Okay.
No. It should be like this, but
it's
not a law.
It's not working that way.
It's not a law. It's not a law. So with this first permit of stay, they can work. They can find a job. They can work. There's not a problem. So
with us after that 6 months.
No. With this, after 1 month they got here. With this first permit of stay, they can search for a job and they can work. So there's not a problem. Actually, also with the sleeve, the little ricevuta, that sometimes maybe they give, because they don't give permesso, they just give ricevuta. Yes, they can work with that. The problem is, so officially, legally, they can work with that.
Okay.
The person that has to hire them, which are usually Italians, they don't trust that. They are afraid. They say it's not enough. I need your permit of stay, or maybe I need your carta d'identità, your ID card. So that comes problems, okay? Because it's difficult for us to make understand to the people that don't know how this goes, that legally they are all right. This person can work with this document. So this is a problem that sometimes it comes out because these persons can't work easily. But we try to fix it. Usually we are available in talking with this datore di lavoro, with this person that want to hire the boys, so or the girls. So we try to
talk with the
directly
de lavoro based on trust.
Yes. We directly talk to them, because when somebody finds a job, for us it's a big success. We are happy. So we try to do our best to help them to really go, and to go to do something. So if we have to speak with somebody, we will do it. So this is the first thing. So I was saying that usually they have to wait at least 1 year to prepare the commission, so to do this commission. When the date of commission comes, They go personally in front of commission, which is made of 5 persons.
Okay.
So from the Ministry of Interns, somebody from Questura, somebody from Prefectura, somebody from the UNHCR. Okay, so there are people representing different associations. Or yes. The person is alone in front of commission. There is a translator that helps the person to translate, because even if they speak Italian, maybe in 1 year they cannot speak perfectly good Italian to keep a good discussion. And
so they need a translator.
They need a translator also because they feel more secure, more safe in telling their story.
And the translator is from the government, or
yes,
okay.
They don't know this translator.
They don't know them, okay.
When we make this CITRE, the first CITRE document, we say which language they want to use during commission. Okay. So it can be English or French, but it can also be Wolof or other dialects that are a little bit more particular, but they also always provide the translator that the refugee seeker asks. So usually...
So is that right?
Yes. Okay. So this is like this for everybody.
Everybody.
During the commission, it takes 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. They resume all the things that they already declared in the first CITRE document.
Of course.
And now is the time for them to tell the story.
They are okay now.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. We help them during this waiting, trying to make them understand how important is this first commission. Because if in this first commission the person says the story in the right way, they have more chances to get immediately the documents.
Of course.
Because if not, I will explain after what's the process. We don't tell them what to say because everybody has their story. We cannot say what them to tell, but we can give them some support and some advices in what commission wants to know, because we read a lot of commissions. We know already what they want. We know what they ask.
Okay, what they want to hear from them.
It's very important to say the story very detailed, explaining very well the years and the time, the period that maybe you stay in one country. What did you do in that country? Who helped you passing through the different countries? Did you work? Did you study? About your family, sister, brother, mother, father, everything. And the most important, why did you left? So that has to be a good reason. A general reason is not enough. So just saying there is Boko Haram in Nigeria is not enough. Just saying there is oil extraction in Niger Delta is not enough, because we know that there is that problem. Your story has to be connected with that general problem. Why did you left? That your family had some problems because of that. Okay, explain. Most of the times refugee seekers are not read. I don't know how to say. Maybe they don't know how to really explain the story. It's not easy to say a story. Maybe in their head they have all the sufferings, all the trauma, like you said. Yes, but we don't know.
Of course.
So I always tell them, even if maybe for you it's not important, tell it, say it. You can talk for 4 hours if you want. They are there to listen to you. Yeah. You have your right to talk for however time you want. Just say everything.
It's your story.
Yes, it's your story. It's your life. You cannot say your life in half an hour or in 1 hour. If you need 4 hours, just speak.
Of course.
Because maybe, I repeat, maybe for you it's not important, but we are another culture.
Of course.
Maybe that little detail that for you is not important is the one that will say yes to your documents. So I always try to explain this to them. Don't say, no, I will not say it because it's not important. Say everything. This is the problem, why often they don't get the documents. Because the story is not detailed enough. Yes.
It's not strong enough.
Of course, we know why people go away. We know there is a disaster, we know there is war, there is crimes,
There's hunger.
Yes, okay, so there are a lot of reasons, and we know people have the right to run away from that. But you have to be very, very specific in selling your story. So